Alright, so I'm going to quickly take this opportunity to review Avengers vs. X-Men number 1 through 3, which are written by Bendis for issue 1, Jason Aaron for number 2, and Brubacher for number 3. Even though that there are 3 different writers on the first 3 issues, it all beats the same. This series thus far, at least for the main book, has been an example that even though there was something more I hoped for and that we're fleshing out a story, which is progressing at a rather slow pace for the first 3 issues, is the pinnacle of contrivance in characters, is the pinnacle of Marvel shoving a middle finger out in our faces just for these shock-valued, rocking the foundation of the Marvel Universe events. There are some good things that do take place in these issues. Yes, we do see some interesting fights unfolding. But again, this is basically Civil War redux. The stuff with the Phoenix, yes, the Phoenix hasn't even made its way to Earth yet, and Cyclops and Captain America bantering in the first few issues, and then in the second issue just acting like spoiled children fighting over Hope Summers, is insulting to me to read as a fan, particularly of the X-Men. Now, I know Cyclops has been written as an idiot over the last few years. Captain America was sort of written like that in Civil War, but now it's come to much more of a heated degree than it has been in the past. God. Cyclops is turning into Magneto and is even told so by Magneto himself. With his past issue, Captain America is turning into Iron Man like he was in Civil War. And even Iron Man goes so far as to say that. This is great character dichotomy and irony going around, but it's not. The fun, while I do have fun with certain fights that take place in this, things are pulled randomly out, and this so far has just not been the fun that I thought it would. 3 issues in and I'm already disappointed gravely in it. The biggest disappointment to this series, of course, comes from issue 2, where Wolverine's master plan was to get inside the area of Utopia where Hope was shouldered up and she's wanting to come out and fight. Frost even says to Cyclops, hey, she could be useful in this, but Cyclops is like, no, protect Emma. They've been treating us, or protect Hope, they've been treating us like the stepchildren of the human race, and now we're going to show them who's boss. And Emma goes along with this. Wolverine's master plan is to sneak in and kill her, kind of harkening back to X3 a little bit. So, you know, I know Bendis writing a lot of this is thrown out of continuity, so even if somebody else is writing it, it's still thrown out of continuity. The idea of Wolverine trying to kill somebody possessed by the Phoenix Force or exhibiting powers of the Phoenix Force clearly ignores what was already established in Song and War Song, which is that even if Wolverine stabs somebody inhabited by the Phoenix, it will not kill them. And even more to the point where it's contrived that Wolverine is going to switch sides back over to the X-Men now, when Cap just automatically gets into a fight with him for no reason and just pummels him out of the X-Jet down into the Arctic somewhere. Dumb. I had thought about looking forward to this. I'm still going to keep up with it just to understand what's going to happen with the X-Men, and because I am an X-Men fan and I want to know what's going to happen. But if this is the pinnacle of them trying to attract new readers with things that have already been done over and over again, it's not working. This is one of the old readers who's gradually begun losing interest in the events for a long time now. And if Fear itself was any indication of something that potentially looked good but failed to deliver, this might be the start of that. You're going to be seeing a lot of Michael Bay stuff with powers being thrown around as Avengers and X-Men galore throw down. But in terms of serious character development, I doubt that you're going to see that here. If you want that, go watch the freaking Avengers movie, which Joss Whedon did very right. If anything, I hope that this man would be able to return to comics, although I know that's not going to happen, and let Marvel have him write a decent event. But that's just wishful thinking. Overall, the first 3 issues are pretty good if you're looking for knock down, throw down fights with your brain shut off. But in terms of character development and meaningful character development that's going on in these main issues, and remember that little pitch that Marvel said that even though you don't have to read the other books to understand what's going on in the main one, it's still failing to deliver. So far, I give Avengers vs. X-Men issues 1 out of 3 a 2. There's good stuff in here if you go into it with your brain shut off, but so far, it's failing to deliver on anything meaningful to me.